This is Paul Kelly for ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined at the Ulster Hall by Colm Murphy. We're at the announcement press conference for his headline fight on the 1st of February at the Ulster Hall. Yeah, how are you feeling, Colm?
Yeah, excited. It's all coming into motion now, and I just can't wait for it now. I know everyone's already starting to buy tickets, and all the other fighters are selling tickets too. So it's going to be a big night, and big thanks to Mark Dunlop for getting it all arranged. And hopefully, it's the start of something big in terms of BBC getting back into boxing.
Absolutely, absolutely. As you mentioned there, BBC will be airing this fight. First time they've been doing that in a long time, and you're the headliner, so you can always say, "No, well, BBC's return to boxing in Northern Ireland. I was top of the bill."
Yeah, it's a bit of a historic moment for me. So that's what I'm hoping to go out, put on a big performance, and look good, and then who knows? Hopefully, maybe I'll headline on another show with them. But just happy to even be fighting on their show, even if I'm main event, co-main event, or bottom of the card. It was straight on after Tommy McCarthy and the SSE, and it was such a good card to be a part on. But thanks to Colm Boxing for that. So yeah, I'm grateful no matter what, just have the opportunity to fight.
And what does it mean to you to headline at a venue like this? Ulster Hall is iconic. Obviously, there'll maybe be a whole range of emotions on the fight, and it might more sink in after that. But the fact that you're headlining at a venue like the likes of Carl Frampton is headlined, countless other fighters from here have headlined, and now your name's going to be in the history books as a headliner here. How does that feel? Is it a bit of a surreal experience?
I just don't really think about that, mate, because I don't really want it to get to my head or anything. And I feel like that's a bit bad for me as a person too. So I'm just treating this like as an extra, another fight. And the only thing really different for me is I'm going to be changing the sleep schedule because I know I'll be on late, so I don't want to be getting up at 6 a.m. every day and then falling asleep at 10 because I'm going to be fighting probably at 11. So that's all the change for me. It's just another fight.
That's an interesting thing. I had never really thought about that. Will that make a big difference then? Obviously, you're maybe used to fighting a little bit earlier, bar obviously the Europa Hotel shows and stuff that you've done on with Mark before. But recently, as you mentioned, those Colm boxing shows you've maybe been on 7, 8 o'clock, whatever. Is it a big difference now that you know that you're going to be fighting 10:30, 11 o'clock? Do you have to make big adjustments?
You just got to really change. There's no point every day training at 9 a.m, 10 a.m, then done day and going to bed at 7 because that'll impact your sleep cycle and it will affect you on the day if you don't sort it out. So yeah, I have adjusted that and that's what it's going to be like continuing on like.
Absolutely. The Commonwealth silver title on the line again for yourself. Does that belt? What does that belt mean to you? I know I'll come on to it in a wee minute. Talk to you. The last time we spoke, you mentioned a couple of belts that you maybe had in your sights in 2025 and beyond. But does it mean a lot to you to still have that Commonwealth silver on the line?
Yeah, it really does. That Commonwealth silver, it's becoming an increasingly more prestigious title. A lot more people are fighting for it and using it as a stepping stone to bigger titles. And definitely, a few years ago, wouldn't have think I actually would have won one. So it actually really does mean a lot, and I'm going to defend it and get it back home.
Absolutely. Another time that we spoke before, you said that. I remember you saying it was a brilliant interview. You said to me that you just wanted to fulfil your potential. What do you think that is? Like, is it? Do you think like headlining these type of shows, winning these type of belts, was that always in your grasp, or does the sentiment remain the same? Is it just a matter of you wanting to fulfil your potential?
Well, I'm very, very much reaching for it, you know what I mean? I'm ranked 6th in Britain and top 10 in Europe, and I really want to fight for the British title, and not even just that, show that I belong at that level. And yeah, if I win, I clearly do belong at that level, so that's the goal completely.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the British title there, historic belt. Doesn't need any introduction. Like, it means so much to so many fighters, so many brilliant fighters over the years, not just from this country but all around the UK have won the belt. Do you feel like it's a realistic target for you in the next 12 months, or do you think maybe the next 18 months? What's it like for in an ideal scenario for Colm Murphy?
Probably at the end of the year. Yeah, I'll be 25, and the next year. Sorry. So really, you're a ripe age for it, and if you really want to be pushing on the bigger titles after, like 25, 26, that's a perfect age to be winning such a big belt. And it would really mean a lot to me. I've had coaches over in Liverpool, Paul Edwards. He fought for a British title, he won one, and that set him up for life. So definitely, let's get it.
Good man, absolutely. Coming back to the BBC thing, obviously, as I mentioned, the first time they'll be airing local boxing in a long time. Don't know how many years it is exactly. I'm sure you're Mark Dunlop or what can tell me out afterwards. But you mentioned there that it is kind of an honour. But is it kind of the start for you? Do you think win this fight on February the 1st, put on a good show, announce yourself to a big audience, because there will probably be people from here who perhaps don't know who you are. Does that not excite you, knowing that you could excite another thousands of fans that maybe don't know who you are yet?
Well, the thing is, the BBC last were in boxing, I believe, 5 years ago, when me and JP actually main evented here as amateurs before COVID. So, that was a very historic moment for both of us. And to be honest, I've got now the opportunity 5 years after to show my progress since then. So, yeah, it means a lot to me. Like, why headline as an amateur and then flop as a pro? Like, no, I can't flop here.
Absolutely. I know you said you don't want to kind of get too caught up in it, because you don't want to put your mind on it. But like, as I mentioned, you're from Belfast. There's been so many good fighters from Belfast. Do you believe that you have what it takes to be that next big name from here, and at least bring some big nights to Belfast? Obviously, we've got Colm boxing, likes of Michael Conlon and so on and so forth. Still, obviously, bringing big nights here, and Paddy McCrory and a few other names. But do you believe that you can really cement yourself as one of the best fighters from the city?
Well, as my record now is 14-0, and I'm ranked solely high, I'm pretty sure I'm like 90th in the world. I know for a fact, I can bring big fights here to Belfast. There's been offers of big fights. There's already been people turning down this fight as well for this show. So I know that, and I'm not going to sell myself short at all on that. I'm going to pick the right fights at the right moment and bring good fights over here for fans to enjoy.
Brilliant. Just last couple from me, Colm. What does it look like now, between now and fight night? Obviously, we've got Christmas and New Year in between. I'm assuming you'll obviously be right in the thick of camp at that stage. But how does that look? Are you the type of man that'll take Christmas Day off, or you'll be up doing your road running in the morning? How does it look from here until February 1st?
Yeah, I have Christmas Day off, but even my coach has already said it's straight into the gym Boxing Day. So you know what, I'd rather have it no way else, and I'm already, every decision that I make from here on out impacts the date, so that's my mindset. I'm just completely focused on that. Everything I do day to day will be aiming towards that goal.
But are you gonna enjoy your Christmas dinner on Christmas Day, or will there be in the back of your mind that you can't wait to train the next day?
Yeah, I think I'll be able to, because I train so much that I won't be able to maybe have all the chocolate selection boxes, but I'm going to be saving them for me and my girlfriend after around February time, so yeah.
Brilliant. And then February 1st, what can we expect from Colm Murphy? Anyone tuning in to BBC Sport, what are they going to expect from Colm Murphy? What type of performance are you looking to put on?
I'm looking to put on a smart, composed performance, but high energy, high activity, and I'm going to try to get my opponent out of there. But, I'm definitely out there to win, main thing.
Top man, Colm. Well, I appreciate your time as always. Thanks very much for speaking to ESBR Boxing, and I'll speak to you again soon.
All right. Cheers, bro.